Have you ever set your alarm for 5 a.m. with big plans, only to hit snooze and wake up at 8 feeling guilty? Maybe you've read that successful people wake up early. Maybe you've tried it yourself, once, twice, maybe 10 times, but you always go back to old habits. You tell yourself, I'm just not a morning person. I need my sleep. But what if I told you that the first hour of your day holds the power to change your entire life? What if one man's story could prove that your destiny is decided before the sun rises? This is the story of Alex, a man who had nothing until 5 a.m. became his secret weapon. Stay with me until the end, because this might be the wake-up call you've been waiting for. In a small industrial town where factories hummed day and night, there lived a 32-year-old man named Alex. Alex worked as a night security guard at a storage warehouse. Every evening at 8 p.m., he arrived at the gate. Every morning at 6 a.m., exhausted and drained, he went home to sleep. His salary was barely enough. He lived in a tiny one-room apartment with a broken fan, a mattress on the floor, and a single light bulb that flickered when the power was low. His clothes were old, his shoes had holes, but more than physical poverty, Alex suffered from something deeper. He felt trapped. Every morning as he walked home past the sleeping town, he saw other people's lives through their windows, families having breakfast together, children preparing for school, men in clean shirts heading to office jobs, and Alex would think, will this be my life forever? Walking home while everyone else is waking up to their dreams? He had tried to change. He applied for better jobs, but with only a high school education, every door closed. He wanted to learn new skills, but after working all night, he was too tired to do anything except sleep. His mother, who lived in a rural village, would call him once a week. Alex, my son, when will your life get better? I'm getting old. I want to see you succeed before I die. Alex would force cheerfulness into his voice. Soon, Mom, soon. I'm working on it. But he wasn't, because he didn't know how. The truth that haunted him most was this. He wasn't lazy. He worked hard every night, walking miles, staying alert, doing his duty. But hard work alone wasn't changing anything. He was working hard in a life that was going nowhere. And every morning, as he collapsed into bed around 7 a.m., sleeping until 4 p.m., he felt like he was living backwards. The world moved forward while he slept through it. One cold Tuesday morning in November, Alex's phone rang just as he was leaving work. It was his sister. Alex, you need to come home. Mom collapsed. She's in the hospital. His heart stopped. He took the first bus to his village. When he arrived, his mother was in bed, weak but conscious. The doctor said she had fainted from exhaustion and stress. She needed better food and medicine they couldn't afford. His mother held his hand, her voice barely a whisper. Alex, my son, don't waste your life like I wasted mine. Find a way. Promise me. Alex sat beside her bed long after she fell asleep. He looked at her wrinkled hands, hands that had worked in fields for decades, just like he worked through nights, both of them struggling but going nowhere. Something inside him cracked, not with sadness, but with rage at his own helplessness. He stepped outside the clinic into the pre-dawn darkness. It was 5 a.m. The village was still asleep, but a few farmers were already walking to their fields. Birds were beginning to sing. The air was cool and fresh. And in that moment, standing in the quiet dawn, Alex made a decision. No more, he whispered. I won't live like this anymore. I don't care what it takes. I will find a way. On the bus ride back to town, he noticed something. Sitting across from him was a man in his 50s, well-dressed, reading a book, peaceful. Alex recognized him, Mr. Harrison, a successful businessman who owned several stores in town. What shocked Alex was the time, 6 a.m. A successful man traveling on a regular bus at dawn? Alex gathered his courage. Excuse me, sir, why are you on this early bus? Mr. Harrison looked up and smiled. Because I wake at 4:30 a.m. every morning. I use this time to read, think, and plan my day before the world wakes. But don't you need sleep? I sleep at 9 p.m., 7.5 hours, enough. Mr. Harrison studied Alex's tired face. You work nights? Yes, security guard. And when do you sleep? 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. usually. Mr. Harrison nodded slowly. So you're awake when the world sleeps and asleep when the world works. No wonder you're stuck.
He leaned forward. Young man, let me tell you a secret that changed my life 30 years ago. The hours between 5 a.m. and 7 a.m., those are magic hours. That's when you can build the life you want while everyone else is still dreaming. Alex felt something stir, a dangerous thing called hope. But how? I work until 6 a.m. I need sleep. Then change your sleep. Sleep when you get home at 6:30. Wake up at 11:30. That's 5 hours, enough to survive. Then live your real life when the world is awake. And if you can shift to day work eventually, wake at 5 a.m. always. That's the secret. Mr. Harrison wrote his phone number on a card. If you're serious about changing your life, call me. I'll show you what to do with those morning hours, but only if you're serious, because it requires discipline most people don't have. That evening, Alex did something he had never done in his life. He called Mr. Harrison. The next day at 11 a.m., for the first time in years, Alex was awake during daylight on a weekday. He met Mr. Harrison at a small cafe. Mr. Harrison took out a notebook and drew a simple diagram. Alex, imagine your life is a house. Right now, your house is dark, cold, and falling apart. Why? Because you never work on the foundation. You're too busy surviving. He drew a simple house. The hours from 5 to 7 a.m., that's your foundation building time. While everyone else is asleep or just waking up, you're constructing the future. 2 hours every morning. That's 14 hours per week, 60 hours per month, 730 hours per year. He wrote the numbers clearly. That's the equivalent of 91 full workdays just from waking up early. In 1 year, you get 3 extra months that everyone else wastes sleeping. Here's what you do with those 2 hours. This is not negotiable. This is the system. Hour 1, 5 to 6 a.m. Build skills. You spend this hour learning something that will change your economic situation. Not watching TV, not scrolling your phone. Learning a skill, a language, a trade. Online courses are free now. YouTube has everything. You have no excuse. Hour 2, 6 to 7 a.m. Build body and mind. 30 minutes exercise, walk, run, stretch. Your body is your vehicle. If it breaks down, you have nothing. 30 minutes read, plan your day, or apply what you learned in hour 1. Mr. Harrison added 3 rules. Rule 1, no negotiation. You wake at 5 a.m. every single day, including weekends. No, just today I'll skip. That's how you fail. Rule 2, sleep by 9 p.m. You can't cheat sleep and succeed. Your body needs rest, but you control when you rest. Rule 3, the first week will be hell. Your body will hate you. Your mind will create excuses. Push through. After 21 days, it becomes normal. After 90 days, it becomes who you are. Mr. Harrison looked at Alex seriously. I'm giving you 3 months. After 3 months, come back to me. Show me what you've built. If you've actually done the work, I'll help you find a better job. If you quit, don't bother calling. The next morning, Alex's alarm screamed at 5 a.m. His entire body protested. His mind whispered, just 1 more hour. But he remembered his mother's face and his promise. He threw off the blanket and stood up. The first week was agony.
Alex dragged himself awake each morning. At 5 a.m., while it was still dark, he sat at his small table with his phone, watching free online tutorials on basic computer skills and digital marketing. His eyes burned, but he didn't stop. At 6 a.m., he forced himself to walk around his neighborhood for 30 minutes. Then he read articles about communication and personal finance. But something changed around day 20. One morning, Alex woke up at 4:58 a.m., 2 minutes before his alarm. His body had adapted. He didn't feel resentment. He felt ready. The tutorials started making sense. He completed his first free online certificate. His morning walks became something he looked forward to. The sunrise, the quiet streets, the sense of starting ahead. By the end of month 2, Alex had completed 3 online courses in digital skills and basic finance. He had lost weight. His mind felt sharper. His confidence grew. He started helping a local shop owner with simple digital tasks in exchange for a small fee. In the 3rd month, he applied what he learned. He created a simple digital record system for the warehouse inventory. He showed it to his supervisor. The supervisor was impressed. "Alex, how did you learn this?" "I wake up at 5 a.m. and teach myself." Word reached the warehouse manager, then the owner. On day 87 of Alex's journey, his supervisor called him into the office. "Alex, we're expanding our operations and need someone with basic digital skills to handle records and client coordination. The job is yours if you want it. Day shift, double your current salary." Alex stood there speechless. 3 months ago, he was a hopeless night guard. Now he was being offered a daytime office role. "When do I start?" "Next Monday." That evening, Alex called Mr. Harrison. "Mr. Harrison, I did it. 90 days. I never missed a single wake-up. And today, I got promoted." Mr. Harrison's voice was proud. "I knew you would. Now remember, don't stop waking up at 5. That's not a strategy. That's your life now." Alex didn't stop. He continued his 5 a.m. ritual. Within a year, he had become the lead operations coordinator at the company. He saved money, moved his mother to town, and got her the medical care she needed. He even started teaching basic digital skills to other night workers in his community. Every morning at 5 a.m., he still wakes up. Not out of obligation, because those 2 hours are sacred. They are his foundation, his edge, his silent victory before the world even stirs. My friend, Alex's story is proof of something powerful. Your life can change. Not someday, not when circumstances improve. Right now, starting tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. The difference between where you are and where you want to be is not talent, it's not luck. It's how you use the time when everyone else is sleeping. So here's your challenge. Step 1. Tonight, set your alarm for 5 a.m. Step 2. Decide what you'll build in your first hour, a skill, a business idea, a certification. Step 3. Protect your 9 p.m. bedtime. If you wake up at 5 a.m. every single day for 90 days and use those 2 hours intentionally, your life will not look the same. You will become someone different, stronger, more disciplined, more capable, and that person can achieve anything. Will you use it, or will you hit snooze tomorrow? Success is not a destination, it's a daily practice, and that practice begins tomorrow at 5 a.m.